Hi, alright, I'm making an omelet. Alright, so if I'm going to be doing egg recipes, these are the last two eggs of this. That's why I've done a bunch of egg recipes. I don't buy eggs every time I go shopping, but I bought some this time so I could do my favorite egg recipes. So the last one had better be a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. So the last one better be an omelet. Red onions, tomato, jalapeno, green bell pepper. All of these things diced up. In olive oil. Okay, so I gotta hurry up and move it around so that it's covered in olive oil. Otherwise it'll just burn up and then you'll need to add more olive oil. See there, see, it's looks like everything's got olive oil in it. There's still a little bit in the pan, so it must have had all the olive oil it needed. So when I'm done, I'm going to put Tabasco, because Tabasco, because the jalapenos, when you cook them, they're not anywhere near as hot. So that'll just add a very slight amount of flavor, and I'll still need to add Tabasco to it. You don't want to cook these very much. It's kind of still a little al dente. They can cook the rest of the way on the eggs. Okay, now I'm going to whisk these chicken eggs. So I remember when I lived in Spain, I had a friend that he said, "Come over, I'm going to make a special meal for you." And the meal was a baby bird inside of a bell pepper. He put baby birds inside of bell peppers and cooked them in the oven. Kind of pretty weird little meal. One of the weirdest meals I've ever eaten. It was pretty good. That was in my early 20s. I never really liked weird meat things, because I was raised with a health-conscious mom, but that was my most wild and crazy days. Because I love Spain. I was trying to absorb all the weird things they do. But they eat pork all the time. Anyway, that's another story. There. So what I learned from him is later, another day, he made cow brain omelet, and he separated the white and the yolk and beat the white real good so it's filled with foam, and then he put the yolk in it and beat it the rest of the way, because the white part can beat more than the yellow part. So then when you do it that way, it'll be extra frothy and extra good like that. Okay, I'm going to put that out. I'm going to put that in this bowl. Okay, so now the frying pan's back to being clear. So I'm going to get some first cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. You're supposed to cook with regular olive oil and then use extra virgin olive oil when it's like inside of a recipe, so it's like an ingredient. It's not how you cooked it, it's how the recipe is, but I just, it's probably a little bit too much. It's alright though. I'm going to add the egg. So I only had 2 eggs, but I'm just feeding myself, so it'll be fine. Just going to have to kind of baby it like this. So what it's done is it's cooked the bottom of the egg already. See? So what I'm going to do is I don't know if I can't think I can do this one-handed, but I'm going to get this, as soon as I can get this under there, I'm going to lift this up and let egg pour underneath of it, and keep doing that. I'll show you in a second. See, so now the whole thing, I lifted it up and let all the runny stuff go underneath, so now it's all cooked. Now I'm going to hurry up and flip it over. Okay, so now I flipped it over. Barely cooked, not really brown. The brown side can be the other side. It'll all cook. Now I'm going to get 2 pieces of Swiss cheese and put those on it. See, Swiss cheese. Now I'm going to put the vegetables on top of the cheese. Now I'm going to get just a little bit of Parmesan. That on top of there. I'm gonna close it shut. It's gonna be burned if I don't hurry. There, see? Perfect brown. Like professionally cooking eggs, it's the hardest thing you cook practically because the situation is so picky. It can't be too brown. That's about as brown as you need it. Now I'm gonna put it in my bowl. Okay, it's in my bowl. Now I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt on top of the eggs. See, that's a little trick I learned. And a little bit of Tabasco. Tabasco. So eggs have every vitamin but C in it. That's food source, yo. And then, of course, it has fat and protein. Well, the things that eggs don't have is carbohydrates and vitamin C. But it has fat, it has protein, it has all the vitamins. So an orange has carbohydrates and it has vitamin C. Plus an English, 100% whole wheat English muffin with local honey on it. So that's plenty of carbs. That's a very healthy meal right there.